So we're constantly looking outside for an answer or a solution, whether that be through, something like the Western medical system or something more holistic, through Reiki or massage or different types of supplements, or right, we look to things like astrology or numerology or any type an energy practice or someone, right? Like, and I'm so guilty of this. Like, I just tell me what to do, right? Like, I just want to find someone who just can like know it all and just tell me what to do, please. Wouldn't that just be really nice? Right? We all want that. And I think sometimes with like these things that we hear about spiritually, like the Lionsgate portal and 8-8, it's like, oh, it's an opportunity to just get those answers. Like, and you're pulling it from like this magical number, right? Whereas when we do that, we kind of give a little bit of our power away. We give our power away to whatever thing we're engaging in, even if it's natural and holistic and supportive of the body. I'm not saying that any of those things are bad, because they're not. And I take certain supplements, and but when we do that, we do slightly energetically kind of give our energy to something else. And the reminder of this person that I was listening to about the 8-8 portal is that we are all portals, right? We are all that all the time. We have the power to shift, to create, to manifest, all of that right from this own portal. I think the power in something like that today is like really just when people put their mind and energy towards something collectively, then something is amplified. I think one of my favorite studies I heard was like the power of prayer in New York City. There was like 10,000 people who for 30 days prayed on lowering the violent crime rate in New York City. And it went down like 30% or something within that time period. So the intentionality, the energy that's put towards something and something like that on a day towards today can accentuate your ability to become the portal rather than looking for the answer or something else outside to then shift within you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to mute everybody. We're working through a Kriya today. We're going to do a basic breath, a couple of breath exercises that are just really grounding, really settling for the energy, and then working through a Kriya that focuses on processing fear through a little like we did last week, but not as intense, Tammy, but working with the adrenals and the kidneys. So we tend to hold a lot of fear, stress in our kidneys and our adrenals. Our world is moving so fast. So we're almost all constantly operating in this low level state of agitation and stress that's not natural. So this does really help to kind of move some of that out. And when we're moving some of that out, then we can connect to that portal inside and bring forth what we are continuing to work on. Okay. So let's tune in. Shutting down. Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry. Have you taken a Kundalini class before? Okay, great. So not totally new to you. All right, so rubbing the palms together, shutting down the eyes, bringing that attention inward, feeling that drawing back, that drawing in of your focus, of your attention, of your own energy. And then pressing those thumbs into the sternum, really elevating through the spine, relaxing those shoulders back and down. Finding that beautiful stillness. And then in the stillness, just beginning to notice your inhale and your exhale. Beginning to connect to the deliciousness of the inhale, the pleasure that comes from taking in that breath, letting it nourish the body, and the release through the exhale. We tune in with our mantra, Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the divine wisdom within, connecting to that truth, that inner knowing, that collective wisdom. Inhaling to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev. Inhale deeply, suspend that breath, sitting right in the center of that vibration, frequency of your own body. And gently exhale, releasing those palms down to the knees, keeping the eyes shut down. Just realigning through that spine, allowing the chin to be slightly tucked so the back of the neck is nice and long. We're going to start with alternate nostril breathing. So your left hand will rest in Gyan Mudra on your left knee, index finger and thumb slightly touching. Bringing the right hand up to block off the right nostril with the thumb. You'll inhale through the left nostril fully and completely, blocking off the left nostril with the pinky as you exhale through the right nostril. And then inhaling right, blocking off that right nostril, releasing the left, exhale left. And that's one cycle. So continuing that, inhaling left, exhaling right, and then alternating. Making sure to really take full, deep, long, complete breaths. Inhaling as you mentally vibrate Sat, exhale Nam, calling back that truth of you. Breath, really good for balancing the hemispheres of the brain, finding some harmony between our efforting and our release, our feminine, our masculine. Relax that right hand down. Inhale deeply through both nostrils. Fill up completely. Suspend at the top. Keeping those shoulders relaxed down, the face relaxed. Holding that breath in. And exhale, releasing. Good. Coming into ego eradicator, curling the fingers into the fleshy part of the palm. Your thumbs are pointing straight up to the ceiling, 60-degree V. Nice straight arms, straight elbows. Breath of fire here. We're inhaling and exhaling quickly through the nose, pulling that navel back and in towards the spine on the exhale. Getting to open and activate through the solar plexus. Creating this energetic opening through the heart space. With our arms in that posture. Continuing to relax through the body as you work through the breath. Last little bit here. Beautiful. Listen carefully. Take a deep inhale as you bring the thumbs to touch overhead. Open those fingers, stretch towards the sky. Hold the breath in as you stretch up and reach. And exhale, slowly sweep the arms down by the sides. Fingertips meet the ground. Just breathing normally here, just allowing your energy to ground and to settle. Just noticing any shifts in the body. Beautiful. And then placing the hands onto the knees, palms facing down, moving through Sufi grind. So we're making these nice big circles with our torso, beginning to welcome in a little bit of movement in the body. This unwinding motion of the spine, coming from the hips and really massaging through the belly, through the abdominal organs. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you round back. Begin rotating in the opposite direction. Slight pressure on the knees with those palms allows you to open up a little bit more through the waist, through the hips. And inhale deeply, sit up nice and tall, line through that spine, suspend the breath. And exhale, release, relax. Beautiful. We're going to extend the legs out into a V in front of us. Coming into a life nerve stretch variation. So I like to interlace the thumbs here. So we inhale, we stretch up towards center, exhale, bringing that nose towards one knee. Inhale, backing up to center, exhale, nose to other. Really tuning in here to the connection between the breath, the body, and the mind. Allowing the breath, the exhale, to open up the backs of the legs, and working with the mind to release resistance. Noticing how as you release with the breath, you release through the mind, the body starts to release a little bit more. Last few times. Beautiful. Inhale up to center, stretch up, suspend the breath. And And then on our exhale, we're bringing that belly towards the center, reaching down for those big toes, those ankles, just holding here. 1 minute long, slow, deep breathing. Continuing to release, sending the exhale into those areas of tightness. You're going to take a deep inhale and exhale, release out of the posture, bringing your legs back into easy pose. And then we're working with a mudra and a breath practice here. So our hands are starting in front of the heart space, and the sides of the hands touch, and then the thumbs are going to touch. This is lotus mudra. And as you take an inhale, you're opening your arms up to the sides, and you're like you're pressing the wall away. So your hands are flipped up. So that's your inhale. And then exhale right back to that starting position. It's pretty vigorous. Good. Keep feeling that opening, that stretch. This is really opening through the heart chakra. Breathe through that heat that starts to rise. Great, last little bit here. Beautiful. Inhale, open those arms. Stretch, stretch. And exhale, relax the hands down onto the knees. Breathe. And now we're bringing our hands again into a mudra in front of the heart space. We're interlacing the pinkies, and then you curl the other 3 fingers into the hands, and then your thumbs are pointing up. Like you're making a thumbs up sign with your pinkies locked together and right in front of the chest space. Keeping those shoulders back and down. You're going to constantly be pulling, creating some pressure on those pinky fingers, pulling them apart. We've got about 90 seconds of breath of fire through the nose, and then we do 90 seconds of breath of fire through an O mouth. Okay, so this is working on our adrenals, one side and then the other side of the adrenals. Your eye gaze is shut down. Focus on that third eye point and begin that breath of fire through the nose first. Great. helping strengthen our adrenals so we can regulate our stress response. Also helps to keep our minerals in balance. We're going to take a deep inhale, suspend the breath, holding the posture, exhale, and begin breath of fire through the O mouth. Detoxifying breath. You're doing great. Last little bit. Almost there. And inhale deeply, suspend the breath. And exhale, release the arms, resting on the knees, just breathing normally. Taking a moment to allow that to settle. Oh. And now we're going to be working with the mantra HUD. HUD. It's H-A-R, but pronounced like H-U-D. And our left hand is coming to the middle of our back. Our palm is facing away. So the back of our hand is pressing into like right in the middle of our back, like for ladies, right where your bra strap would be. And then your arm comes straight out in front of you. First, placing the palm down, and then you're going to angle that palm back a little bit. You're not all the way at 90 degrees, about 60 degrees. For this one, your eyes are wide open, looking straight ahead. So find a focal place on the wall, whatever's in front of you. Find a drishti, find something to focus on. And then as we chant HUD, 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 we're really pulling our navel, HUD, back and in on HUD. And then the tip of our tongue will really make connection to the roof of the mouth. I'm going to play a mantra so we can keep pace and listen to that. HUD means God or creative consciousness, source energy, sort of the ultimate universal source, whatever that means to you. The mantra will come, be here for about 2 minutes. An amazing mantra for prosperity.
had
And extend that breath, focusing the eyes on that point, hold posture. And exhale, release the arm down and shut down the eyes. Just take a moment of stillness, allow that to integrate. Good. So for our next movement, we're doing body drops. So you can take a look. I'm going to show you a few different options. So the full expression of the posture is if you have lotus pose in your practice, you're coming into lotus, and then your hands are steepled. Your fingers are steepled on the mat beside you, and you're lifting the whole body up and then just letting it drop. So if that's too intense, you could always start with that if it's available. It's pretty intense. You can always do half lotus, just bring one leg up to the hip and then lift up. And you don't have to lift the whole body up off the ground. You can also just lift the buttocks up. And then really what matters is you're creating this connection, this sort of banging of the first chakra, the root chakra, into the ground. You can also use your fists on the ground if it's too hard on the fingers. Good. Keeping your teeth bit together, those back molars biting down so you don't accidentally bite on your tongue. Just here for a short time more. Doing your best, using your breath to help you, really stimulating the root chakra, the first chakra, keeping the spine nice and aligned. Good, good, good posture, everyone. Last little bit. Relax out of the posture, release lotus pose, maybe extend the legs out in front, get a nice shape, taking out the ankles, bringing those feet back into easy pose. Another breath exercise. So in front of our solar plexus, which is sort of right between our breastbone and our navel, we're bringing our left hand facing the body. It's not touching the body. Your wrist is sort of right in the center line. And then the right palm presses onto that left wrist. So you're creating this push-pull motion between the hands and the arms. And just do long, slow, deep breathing here. Relaxing the gaze, internal. Really slowing down that breath. Long, deep inhales. Really matching that exhale in length. Powerful breathing. Power, the depth of your breath is the depth at which you cleanse. This is really cleansing for toxins in the body, chemical toxins, emotional toxins. Continuing to create that pressure between the arms, feeling that engagement, the shoulders through the back. take these long, slow, deep breaths. We're filling our lungs, and that helps to readjust our magnetic field. Right. Just think of people, right, that you might know that are spiritual people, or kind of call to mind maybe like monks, where they're taking these long, slow, deep breaths, deeply connected to their breath. Their energy, their presence feels calming, feels peaceful, as opposed to people who are kind of grasping, struggling for air, coughing. Their energy might feel more depleted, weaker. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. Suspend the breath in at the top, creating that pressure, that resistance in the hands. And exhale, release the arms down. Just softening, relaxing there, softening the body. And then we're going to extend both legs out in front, straight out in front. Sit up nice and tall. And then we're bringing our hands into those thumbs up signs. And we inhale as we lean the body forward, keeping the arms parallel to the ground so we don't rock the arms up and down, always keeping them parallel. Inhale as you lean forward. Exhale as you lean back, just to the point where you begin to engage the abdominals. You don't need to go way far back. You just want to feel that engagement. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Keep going. Working on the kidneys here. Direct cleansing. Great. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Full breath, full puff. And exhale, release. Making your way onto your back. Coming into pelvic lift. So you're going to bend your knees, feet are flat on the floor. And you want to reach down if you can with your hands and grab onto your ankles. If not, then just extending those fingertips. Maybe they brush the backs of the ankles. And on your inhale, you're lifting the hips, lifting the legs, everything up, stretching in the air. And then exhale, release all the way back down to the ground. Continuing with that pelvic lift motion. Inhaling as you stretch up, exhale, release down. Good. Good. Inhaling, coming back to the mantra, inhaling, mentally vibrating Sat, exhale, Nam. Really allowing the fullness of the breath to match the fullness of the stretch. So finding your edge, stretching up a little bit more, really reaching to your max, going that nice stretch across the tops of the thighs, really opening the pelvic region, strengthening the low back here. Great for digestion, balancing the liver. Doing great. For this last 30 seconds, increasing the pace to your max, finding your edge, making it a little bit more vigorous. Almost there. Beautiful. Inhale the pelvis up, suspend the breath, hold the posture for 3, 2, 1. Exhale down, straighten the legs in front of you. Just let all the work go. Let the back just melt into the ground beneath you. You're going to hug your knees into your chest, begin rocking lengthwise on the spine. We're coming over onto all fours for a modified cat-cow. So we'll start with our right leg first. And we're inhaling as we kick the right leg back, extending it up, pressing that belly towards the ground and raising that head. And then we exhale as we tuck that nose to knee. Inhale to extend and exhale to tuck. Good. Modified cat-cow, just adding in that right leg. Again, working to strengthen the lower back, really stimulating the spinal fluid here. Beautiful work. 30 more seconds. Beautiful. Inhale, extend that leg back, hold it up in the air, hold breath, hold posture. And exhale, release back down to the ground. You can sit back in a quick child's pose, just move through those hips, a little organic stretching before we begin the other side. Taking a couple deep breaths. And then pressing back up into all fours and beginning that same movement with the left leg. Inhaling, extending that left leg back and up, pressing that belly towards the ground, raising the head. Exhale, nose to knee. Really working on that exhale to draw that navel up and in towards that spine, feeling that rounding out of the back. We're not just swinging the leg, you're really consciously moving the leg with the breath. You're doing great, almost there. Beautiful. Inhale, extend that leg back, suspend the breath, hold posture for 3, 2, 1, and releasing into child's pose. Extending those arms in front. Knees nice and wide on the mat. Long, slow, deep breathing here. And then you can take a look up here as I model the next movement. So we're going to stay sort of in child's pose, sitting on the heels, bringing the knees together. And then you're pressing your palms together. Your thumbs are up. You're bringing your elbows to touch onto the knees. The rest of the hands are on the mat. And on an inhale, so you're keeping your chin slightly elevated, so there's a tuck in the back of the neck. And on an inhale, you just raise your buttocks off of your heels as you shift your weight forward, and then exhale, just sit right back down. It's a really subtle move here, directly stimulating the kidneys.
Before the name, consciousness speaks through flame.
And just relax back out of the posture. You're going to come onto your back. We're doing just 1 minute of back rolls. So hugging those knees into the chest, rocking, channeling that inner child. 1 minute forward and back, rocking all the way up, all the way back. Massaging out that spine. We're working to distribute the energy that you've generated here.
I'm grateful I am free. I'm grateful for the love that surrounds me. I'm grateful I am free. I'm grateful for the love that surrounds me. I'm grateful I am free.
Good, and relax fully onto the back, coming into Shavasana, corpse pose. Allow the feet to be slightly apart, hip distance apart, arms at your sides, palms facing up. Just completely let go, feeling the support of the ground beneath you, holding you, covering up if you need with a blanket. And allowing this healing energy that you've generated internally to work its magic. Beginning to deepen your breath. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest, expansion and contraction of the belly. Allowing for some movement, gentle wiggling of the fingers, the toes, maybe opening and closing the hands, bringing a nice stretch into the wrists and the fingers. And reaching those arms overhead, stretching that spine, fingertips all the way down to toes. Let that feel so good. And hugging your right knee into your chest with your left arm, pulling it across the body. Right arm can come flat beside you for a little leverage. Opening up through that low back, that spine. And coming back through center and taking that same twist on the other side. Good, and coming back through center. Raising the feet into the air, soles of the feet rub together, palms of the hands rub together, grounding yourself back into your body. And then hugging those knees into the chest and rocking on the back, massaging that spine again 2 or 3 times before coming up to sit. Meeting back in easy pose, ending our practice in the same posture that we began, with our hands in that prayer, our spine aligned, our eyes shut down as we sing our song of blessing to close our practice, singing it through 3 times today. The first time blessing yourself, the second time thinking of someone in your life that needs a little extra love, and the third time sending prayers and healing to all beings everywhere.
May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love, surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love, surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love, surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Inhaling deeply. Na. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. And Satnam.